Through these deranged horizons, I'm still reaching out to you.
Absolutely gorgeous. That is new Snow Patrol reaching out to you here on Aidan and Oonagh in the morning, and that's taken from their new EP, the Fireside Sessions EP. Now, on Friday just gone, Aidan caught up with Gary Lightbody, lead singer of Snow Patrol, to chat about the EP and life itself. Let's see how they got on.
Good morning, Gary Lightbody.
Hello, Aidan. How's it going?
I'm good, man. It's really nice.
Right?
Yeah, I'm great. It's really nice to chat with you. What part of the world are you in at the moment?
I'm in LA. I've been here. I arrived here to work on a record in February, and then basically lockdown happened a few weeks later, and I've been here ever since. But yeah, I've been I'm really missing home at this point. Like to see my mum.
How have you been since we last spoke, Gary? I think it was about 2 years ago in the Wildness album, and it was a very personal expression of your own trials. How have you been?
Good, thanks. It was great to, like bringing that album out was, the first album in 7 years, and then, then we got to go on tour and go around the world for a couple of years, and it was great. And then we released another album at the end of last year of like reworkings of songs, and then into this year, obviously, a lot of things have ground to a halt, that's for sure.
And out of it, though, comes this beautiful thing, the Fireside Sessions. It's the new EP, the single Reaching Out to You. That's out already. Just take us through, Gary, how it all came about.
Well, it was a few weeks into lockdown, and I'd been doing some gigs on, as many musicians have been doing, home gigs, on live social media type things. And I thought I would go on Instagram Live, and whoever was on there, I would try and write a song together. So the very first one was kind of just an experiment, really, and it went really well. We wrote a song that first time, which actually is on the EP. It's the fourth song on the EP. That's the very first song we wrote together as a collective. So basically there was maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people each week over the course of an hour giving me chord ideas and lyric ideas, and I kind of put them all together and we wrote a song each week. Actually, 1 week we wrote 2 songs. So over 11 weeks, we wrote 12 songs, which I wasn't expecting at all. I didn't expect it to work as well as it did, And that was one of the sort of the great things about it, is that the lyrics is the thing that take me the longest. I might have said to you the last time we spoke that, one of the songs took me 5 years to write. The lyrics too, on Wildness, the first track, Life on Earth, took me 5 years from start to finish. Obviously not continuous writing, but with these songs, it was, the lyrics were being given over to me to put together, and I was very honored that people were sharing their thoughts with me, and it was felt kind of cathartic for everybody, including myself.
Was it a challenge to you and to your songwriting brilliance that, your fans and your viewers and listeners of the sessions, they're kind of putting it up to you and you're like going, right, I've got to turn this into a song? Yeah,
it's after 45 minutes. So I would, we'd do the chords and the melody for about 20 minutes, and then there'd be about 25, 30 minutes of me writing down as many lyrics as I could from people sharing their lyrics. And then I would go offline for 45 minutes or an hour and put the song together, and then come back online again and play the song. That was kind of the way it worked every week. But it sometimes I'd go offline and, I'd written the melody to the verse, but I hadn't written a chorus melody, so it was there was some scrambling doing I'm glad the putting the song together bit was always offline, because that would have been a very boring experience for anybody watching it.
I'm sure there's plenty of people who would love to see that side of it as well. And I think that's really what's most impressive about all this. And during the lockdown, we've really seen the creative abilities of our artists to diversify and to find new ways to perform, to survive, to entertain. And also, I guess this brings you really, really close to your fans. It's not quite going back to the days of sleeping on their bedroom floors, but it brings you really, really close with your fans. And what a gorgeous
living room floors.
Living room
floors.
Never upstairs, unless it was the Jacks. Yeah.
It is great. Obviously, stand-ups want to be playing in front of crowds. They want to kind of a direct, musicians want to be playing in front of crowds, but you can't. So you've got to figure out another way of doing it. Everybody's got to figure out a way of, any artist has got to figure out a way of being in this environment. And that's one of the good things about, any kind of art, is that it will adapt. But, it also is, struggling, just as everybody's struggling. The health and well-being of, our citizens is the most important thing at the moment. But culture is extremely important too. We've got to have something to go back to, something to look forward to. the things that we're sort of fantasizing about in lockdown are going to gigs, or going to the cinema, or going to, or going to see, the theatre or something,
Like we were watching Dermot Kennedy, he did a live gig from the museum, the History Museum in London. Would you think about doing anything like that you could broadcast?
Yeah, well, yeah, I have been thinking about that for sure. And I know I saw Dermot had done that. And I saw Laura Marling's done one, and Nick Cave's done one, and there's been, artists kind of blazing a trail doing those shows, and I'd love to do one, but I have to figure out what the best thing to do is. Do I wait till I come back home again and do one there? I think that might probably be the best thing.
Gary, it's so lovely to chat with you. Enjoy LA, but I've no doubt you look forward to getting home very soon, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you in the near future. Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, Aidan. Love to everybody there. Take care of yourselves.
There you go. Gary Lightbody from Snow Patrol chatting to Aidan Friday just gone. And the EP, the Fire Sessions, coming out this Friday. I'm actually very interested to hear this now.
He is such a gentleman. I just can't wait to sit down and read all the lyrics to this EP, because in college when I was younger, I used to sit down and go through all the lyrics of the early albums and try and interpret the meaning of the man and all that.
Well, it'd be interesting now to see how many of the lyrics from the fans made the cut.
Oh yeah, completely. I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant.
Okay, so this Friday, the EP out from Snow Patrol, new stuff from them. All right.